Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in. I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Murder was the case they gave me.
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you expected, more fever than odor. It fills your mind. Too late. It's impossible to keep in. Until a pool of vomit lies on. The smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool.
Keep it. It's not pity. You should. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia, if you can handle the headache. Some officers use it to deal with cadaverine odor. I can't handle the headache.
It's more likely he can handle the smell, unlike you.
There is Fritz nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't, there's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags.
Pretty clever. This trash container is locked. Just a trash container. Your fingers start to itch.
We could try, or we could ask for a key from the manager of the whirling in rags.
He might also have information. This is... an inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. Because it's nice and orderly, well-laid, rhythmic pattern calms your mind. Mammals like this stuff. It's nothing. Someone just left. Glad you asked. When junior researcher, Olari, it's nothing. Someone.
Welcome to Revachol.
Every school of thought. It's men like you who keep Revash.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
Oh, come on, man. I just said...
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind does... But you see, I'm an officer.
Silence. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
You two make a cute couple.
The lieutenant exhales and resumes.
Whatever you say, officers.
He smells of heavy motor oils, and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites.
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock... Apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Look, as detective. I come from a long line of lorrymen. We got ancient rights and privileges. Oh, I'm here to pick up a load of fucking apples, man. Just regular Koiko picked apples.
Koiko may be another derogative for a person from Grad, you think?
Yep, it's one of their main exports. They grow him down South Yekokata. A beautiful place. Got great scenic vistas.
In fact, Yekokata is a desolate wasteland whose name literally translates to Zone of Ecological Catastrophe. It features no scenic vistas and supports virtually no plant or animal life.
Yeah? Says who? Then, I guess they grow apples somewhere else. You can never really tell with those Koikos. They're everywhere, except...
He means the people living...
Yeah, you know, Gradniks, Gradvolk, those degenerate... Cause that's what they're all called. Koiko Pichik, Loslav Koiko, Koikovich someone. Low self-esteem, those guys have. Mind you, they look Occidental, but they're not really like us. Hey, if the name and description fit by the very grace of nature, who am I to say otherwise? Did you miss the part where I said they aren't here yet? Besides, even if I did...
Relax. You've got all you can get here. He probably doesn't even know what he's hauling.
Oh yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter. Had a royal license and everything. We've tried to hold on to our privileges. Someone with a cart. What did you think it was? That's how deep into history our thing reaches. Sure, fuck it is. We have a guild and everything, huh? Very ancient. Very prestigious. Goddamn right. They've been trying to fuck us out of our heritage in the name of profit. But when they try to replace us, they'll trusting street thugs with their goods is going to... it's about biological determinism. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge, you know. You might want to change the topic. I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books, huh? The science of racial theory has all been proved. Even if some people who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you... Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe, huh? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources. This concerns you, policeman, so you better be vigilant. The damn kits are showing up good lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other intruder species too. They're on...
Cultural victory? What is this then?
It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring. Go right ahead. You may be a cop, but that...
Lieutenant Kisaraga's stern expression remains. Not a lot of moral fiber on this one yet, he thinks, wriggled out of it.
But stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here. You have to fuck with us. Beat the honest worker down. Dude, we're fighting for a cause here. Right to work. Right to work. Besides, we're no that different. It helps if people see us talking. Cops and strike breakers together. Maybe you should ask them the questions. Like, why we're no allowed to make a living here. Shame on you. We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scab.
Have fun. Union shites are on full strike. Then they think they're gonna let you through the gates. You trying to make their fat boss. Right to work! Shame. Cops doing nothing. Should run back up. Open the gates. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Pretty. Let us work! Honest men and women. We're right. We came here.
I have a question.
You think they follow because of Bergen? Have fun. Union shit. The booty murder. Wouldn't have put it past these harbor bugs. Right to work! Shame. Hope.
We are not picking a side in
Pretty. Let us work! We were promised work. We'd be out. Main gate. And I didn't mean the scrawny mess punk either. You'd send a nice guy. Bad. I didn't know how the Union has... Why don't you go arrest them instead?
It would be better for the neighbor.
No! They will give when a bunch of ungrateful, late, beats me. Them on the nonsense.
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overall, he ignores your question, choosing instead silence is the answer. This, you've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
What? They. Ye. And they're suspect! Didn't they, crimes? They only fight for the rights of...
Every once in a while, it's like you can see glimpses of another guy under the guise of this fighter for jobs. He seems a more brutal, cunning, and suspicious person. Just a hunch. Or you just might be paranoid.
They're all workers, eh? Workers, stop together. Came from the eminent domain in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs. Heavy lifting, cargo hauling. Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell. Uh-huh. Was a long time ago. What? Hey, bug! Missed!
Every once in a while, it's like you can see glimpses of another guy. And
We're all workers, eh? Workers. Starting to get it. Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell. But it don't hurt. I have a strike to break.
a lorry stuck in the traffic jam. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belonging. The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. A large metal pendant hangs from the rim. It is the seal of Royalist-era Revachol.
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes.
There he is, in front of Rita, smoking nervously, hoping it's over. A Stars Ryko, one of the finest Zhimsk-made motor carriages ever. An oldie, but a goldie. Not many people outside of Grad, and Revachol West too, it appears.
A Stash Ryko KK2. That's a classic model. Never thought I'd see another one repainted after what happened last time.
No. Only that the motor carriage is typically baby blue, the colors of Sigismund the Great, an ancient Zhimsk ruler. His banners were famously zephyr and white, the colors of the Stars Ryko.
That's, well, yes, exactly it, more or less. Except it was a crowd of them. Tore him out of the vehicle and ran him over with his own tires. They said it was an honor killing. Hussar style. The Zhimsk community protested the trial, flying the colors.
Correction. 4,395. The fourth largest public protest of a criminal
Is that so, officer? I'll take you at your word. People we are paid to protect. 4 years for murder. The perps were removed.
The prisons in the greater Revachol industrial hub.
I tried to avoid drawing far-gone conclusions like these before. Yes, detective? You sure you're not Jimsk?
Yes, you're sure you're not. The photo, the small, wrinkled woman, does not greet you. She nods along to some.
Wait, she's just a distracted old woman. Why? I just told you why.
The woman still has no response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her. The woman still. A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
From another planet. Hey there. Yes, you are, my man. From another planet. It's the jam, my man.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals and other byproducts of the modern era. You can almost taste it.
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo. Yeah.
It's official.
Feels near forever. Like I was...
Mazout is an antiquated term for heavy fuel oils. This man has a barely suppressed performative streak. Or he just likes unusual words.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already. So tell me, what do you need?
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff. Ask for his conclusion. Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
The RCM is a self-managing organization that operates on donations. I don't think you understand how that joke goes, but do continue. You were asking about the strike? Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on this. He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior. Relax. He's merely joking. A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6? The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
The RCM in Martinez. What? Of course. What can I help you with? Sure. I'm done with go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache. Excuse me? Oh. Well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here. I don't know anything about that either. As I said...
Pig is a widely used term.
No need to worry.
Okay. Well, I didn't. Since the street sign's messed up? What do you mean? Yes, sir. District of Martinez.
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really. The harbor gates, some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. But it's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach. No problem.
She's very well composed. Back straight.
Of course. I won't hold you...
If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy.
Sure. Keep them. I have...
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. What do you think you are? A super detective? You're hungover. These are just dents in the mud. No, isn't this something an industrial... Heavy worker's boots would... Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear? The ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces the second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You are facing tough odds. I've seen captains then drive to the station, maybe throw up on the... I think I've lost my sense.
A white lie.
Not being hungover helps too. Okay, you've said it. You needed to say it. You need to get your shit together. No, it's not, officer. We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go. Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
Mine? No, it...
Thank you for clearing.
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors, too.
I thought as much. And are you...
Well, yes.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. Okay then. Maybe you're callous yourself.
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
This trash container is with a well-oiled crack. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time.
You see milk, an egg rest with one broken egg in it, some pasta wrapper. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows, the methodology in your fingers. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below, and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however. Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something has the legs of the slime.
The victim's clothes? Drop them in here, officer. Guitar mark, blue. The belt is missing.
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario.
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked and this establishment had the key.
The fuck's he on about, kid?
See?
The fuck's he on?
See?
It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. What's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peel. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork? Yes, it is. Look. This plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash? What are you talking about? Doeth thou also thorough inventories? You should take stock of your notes. Make sure it's all there. Official notes contain informants' names. If some of it has fallen into the hands of the RCM's adversaries, bloodletting may well ensue. I see, yes. You are what we call a badass, aren't you?
Wow. Went off script there. Getting your ass handed to you. You shouldn't go picking fights if your rhetorical faculties haven't suggested it.
Tell me, seeth your badass more in there, or are we done here? Oh, yes, and it would also be appropriate to start taking notes on the case. It's what cops do.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of... The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. The container sounds a muffled gong. If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a great...
Oh yeah, nappa gumpy, Kuno!
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out. I mean drugs. The kid's on drugs.
Yeah, Kuno! Ride the lightning, Kuno!
Kuno's riding it, see?
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him!
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener. Fuck no! Kuno doesn't buy that shit.
Fast. This kid has got street smarts.
The fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno! He says we're fucking each other!
The language these kids are using, pure unfettered id. There will be no reasoning with those creatures.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
The kid moves his hands like a basketball player dribbling fast.
Yeah, like a fucking volcano. Yeah. Fucking pathetic.
You're lucky you didn't die there.
Oh, what? You'll fucking vomit on Kuno too, pig? Shitload, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig.
This is where you quickly ask him questions. Real cop questions. Like a cop.
Kuno's fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp for target practice.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
Kuno knows all kinds of shit. Kuno's not a snitch, that's all. Trying to make the Kuno sing into the popo phone. Kuno's fuck imp.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
Kuno knows what you meant. Kuno's not a snitch, that's all. Trying to make Kuno sing into the popo phone. Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the...
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno.
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that... You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional. I don't know. Some fucking... Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel.
Why you gotta be riding Kuno's ass? You haven't been where Kuno's been. You haven't been in Kuno's... You wanna know where Kuno was? You wanna know...
Don't tell him that!
It's not fucking lame. Kuno's building Kuno's City. Night City. Rage City. The City of Rage. That's it. And it's not lame.
Lame.
That's the name of Kuno's City, bitch. Get the fuck off Kuno's back. This shit...
It's impossible to deduce what it is about, at least for the moment. If it's important, it'll come up later. Focus on the case.
Your test...
Get lost,
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it? Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno. Listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price.
You'd have to be blind not to notice the giant white letters F-A-L-N running down his trouser leg.
Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around, except for that up there. Now you want performance kit? Pig, these are found modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Made in Mirova by scientists. Pants scientists. Believe it, you need this shit.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness. Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready. They will also make you into an idiot.
All right, Pico. Shit's rolling.
Don't do business with the pig.
As you can see, Kuno and C don't trust you. Can't do business without trust. The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again? Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain. You saying you pigs are after the...
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't...
Tell the Kuno who it was. He's curious.
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno.
Yeah, get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face. Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed. Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not...
It's a trap, Kuno. Don't climb it, Kuno.
Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work there.
Kipt is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Erie Uppergite descent. It used to be a common
Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
Yeah, her. What was she doing in the greenhouse in March? Fish is sometimes used to fertilize the soil a few weeks before planting something. Maybe she was preparing the garden beds. Yes, it seems suspicious. You don't...
The fuck? A mug in the... Yeah, Kuno...
I can't hear you,
Shit, that's... Kuno doesn't know...
Tell the Kuno who it...
Stop turning into a...
Yeah, get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. That's just some shit roofing.
He's hiding something.
Pig, if Kuno was hiding something, it would be...
But it is not hidden, is it, sire? You picked up on it. You should examine the pile of roofing material again.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno...
Volumetric shit compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts. It's the ledger you found in the trash. There's a piece of toilet paper, or it's a metaphor. Thank you, waterlogged ledger, for spelling it out for us. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want. Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila! An aluminium block runs the width of the board. The surface is interrupted by a silvery, looks like an official mark. It is similar to the RCM watermark on your blazer.
What? Yes, halogen. It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeit...
Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved.
It depends. Aside...
Maybe yours will...
Any capable light with... Yes, RCM vehicles have had lights tuned especially to reveal halogen watermarks.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sat, they're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100. Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average. What do you mean? Is that all? The notebook is annual. It says 51 on what remains of its cover.
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes.
Arson, petty theft, spousal abuse. Handwritten logs on dozens of investigations date back to January 51. Stamped case files. Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more, a title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples. Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder feature. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene? Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does. It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers, again, in your defense, I seem to have named one, the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out. Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid for once all the tasks are accomplished. Sadly, the ledger only comes with an old, worn down lead pencil. It will
Know that I give this to you with resentment.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the blue oblong pen in a brash. Inspect the interview the cafeteria. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place. A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
No, actually. Any ideas? Okay. It's a good name, but it has one problem. Something more concrete, perhaps? Do you have something concrete? Yes. I have to tell you, officer, I don't appreciate ironic titles. They're not going to get it. They're going to think an idiot and a cockfinger were on this case. So, do you have something less funny? Furies. Yes, well, I don't know. I have to be honest, I'm not experiencing... Could you make it less poetic somehow? Just a normal case.
Yes. You know what that normal name is. But it's so plain. Anything else, please.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further. It's proving to be harder than expected. You just don't have the arson, petty theft, spousal abuse. Handwritten logs on dozens of investigations date back to January 51. Stamped case file.
Yes, it's a holdover from the early days of the RC.
Your secret is safe with the rotten cabbage of... The notebook is annual. You don't exactly close them, so much as a distance. In the back, you see thin, translucent copy paper, then rip them from the binder and hand them out. 3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones, you don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work. A monetary penalization, but they appear pleasantly vague. These are quite sinister in tone. They give a date and time, all in a print so small it could be considered downright cute. A dozen pages of thin copy paper. Yes, all the rest of the stinking cellulose. It's made of dark something and something permeables. It's not hidden. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli. With your hands, you 4-sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board. The two sides of the board appear slightly. The slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just, without resistance or sound, 2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard. The words just crossed your mind somehow. Who do you think? 2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles. 2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles. Thin wax paper has... It smells of chewing gum. A touch of cinnamon. The end of summer. You think familiar handwriting line. A young woman in her 20s. Harry, it begins. Your hand shakes, holding the card. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it is... You jam the compartment shut. It's hard to breathe. The air in your lungs. Without resistance or sound, two octopuses are smiling. Thin wax paper has been glued to a familiar handwriting. A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort. Harry, you kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear. Sparks fall like snow from the bow collector, a streetcar distancing. You feel the ledger slip from your hand. No, hold on. To what?
Detective, is everything all right?
There is nothing. Again. Nothing said, brother. No treachery, just blackout. Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you, that's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering somewhere in the basil gum. That's me. Blue eyes, that's me. Is it? The world is gone. You're no longer reacting to outward stimuli, yet still.
A bitter, caustic sense of loss remains. Even in the darkness, great sorrows slip in the water. Slimy.
The cool when you're dead, brother.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow. Because it's always there.
Tell him.
Ah, yes, and in the olfactory system, they call it the apricot chewing gum scented one. It's unhealthy of them to linger on it so, but as they say, what do you do? It didn't smell nice. It smelled like betrayal.
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause. Yeah, man. What was that about? Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
Beautiful. Believe me, stupid ape, its lack of beauty was not the problem.
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing. Don't prod at it. It will start moving again. You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules? No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
Oh, but you are. They're pouring something on you. In you.
It's delicious. Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness.
Drink. Water.
water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself, as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on that?
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on...
What happened? That does sometimes happen.
He replies with such understanding, it's as if the burnt-out ruins of the past...
You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed? Good.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read? Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage? But it was in the trash. It's just a racist mug. But it will not happen. It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeable drawer inside. An aluminium block run. The surface is in. Looks like an... It is similar.
What? Yes, it depends.
Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved.
Any capable light, yes.
This means you can read...
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand. It's a sorry sight. The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. You know, like the bits they put into public piss bowls. Remember when I said the smell of the upstairs? Why, yes it is. Among many other things. This cleaning tablet is used by the whirling rat. The warn... Before you stand, this must be in the cabin. You are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel. Oh, the dashboard light, like a leopard waking from its... The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light on...
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done.
A metallic...
Take what you need, officer.
The pry bar, useful. The handles up. You can do. It's robust. Lets you pull out toolbox, slides, the frequency, the soft.
This is Precinct 57.
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct...
Under the green prime line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. I wonder what Kim's default radio station is.
Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on.
Received.
Give it a minute. She might be...
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for... Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you? You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really...
Why not?
What? No, why would you even think that? Please, don't bring Gar into...
God, why can't you just mind your own business? She mutters.
I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again. No, I don't know. It wasn't me. I haven't been out there since. I was terrified of the stench and the court. Well, you tried to jam it down the toilet, sir. I am sorry about that. Anything else, detective? No, not me. What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the union already knew about the court. No one calls the police. The union would get angry. You know, what the union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinez is de facto policed by the dock workers' union.
I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways.
I didn't know I had to report it. I thought someone would take him down eventually.
You can almost hear the girl getting smaller on the other end of the line until she almost drowns in static.
No.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
What? Of course it bothered me. But no one calls... You know... What do you... Okay. I didn't want to...
Push her further. Show her the error.
The other people who live around here. You don't live here. Please, I just didn't... I didn't know I had... Yes, I know. It's just... What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the union already knew about... No one calls... You know, what the union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here. I don't know what to tell you, officer. I didn't call you because I didn't want to get in... Okay. You mean, why did I...
Why not?
Let's just say I left the... You know whom? What? No, why would you even think that? Please, don't bring...
God, why can't...
I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're No, I don't know. It wasn't me. I haven't been out there since. I was... You mean, why did...
Why not?
Maybe, I don't know. I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
You hear the...
Anything else I can help you with, officer? Just a second, up.
10-2, 10...
The man uses...
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay... 10-18, state your message, sir.
But you said...
10-9, over. 10-4, message received.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and need...
He what? He lost his badge?
This is communication officer... You mean your partner?
What is he saying?
He's asking who...
I'm his goddamn partner.
It's your partner, Satellite Officer Wittmar, sir.
Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge?
Who lost his badge?
Dick fucking Mullen.
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Oh goddamn it. Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this.
Satellite Officer Wittmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that
Mullen dicked us.
he's asking you to stop.
Of course it's serious.
Satellite Officer Wittmar concurs, losing your badge E. 10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Super copy.
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
He asks you to please stop. Sergeant Orson was wondering if you found your badge yet.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's up.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it. 10-9, come again.
New Heights.
Sergeant Orson wants to...
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where... No. It's gone.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Lying over the phone? It's easy. Just say it like it's the truth.
He says he didn't.
Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare. I don't even want... Losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find it, and fast. We can't...
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need further assistance? Over. 10-4, I hear you.
What does he want?
He's asking for money.
Is he fucked?
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole any.
All right. That's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over. He says it's important to the case.
He isn't getting a rent.
Request denied, sir. Over. He says he's in trouble.
Well, I guess he'd better crack the case before...
Wittmar said... Anything else, sir? Over. Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
The white suede feels luxurious under the... Your fingers waste no time closing around the handle. Clutch disengaged. Release the handle. Clutch drops. Right foot yearns for the familiar touch of the accelerator. So strange. The machine is not on the bottom of the seat at all. It's right in front of you. Well kept. Why did it say that? The smell of freshly treated leather. I'm good, cherished and cared for, in the hands of a You feel an uninterrupted connection to the mechanics. After a while, you realize silence is your only answer. Do what you will with it. Of course it's only in your head. Of course it is. But it almost feels as if the clutch handle is gently squeezed. The handle is pulled back. Somewhere deep inside the drivetrain, the disc is mated to the flywheel again. In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel. As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears.
There she is. Reva Cholway.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the...
Let me see. Right here. No, it does not.
The rectangular watermark is overlaid a rat brazen.
Ah, Martinez. Let me see. Right here. Oh yes. Coal City. Le Royaume. The burnt-out quarter.
There are many of them, and they are... The first row has 18 dots. The next is the longest. It runs all... You count 216 perforations. The last row has 3 per... That's it.
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are
alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered? Cool. I'm glad you joined us. Not a lot of money in doom crying. This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. Wow, more than 200. It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th. Call it what you want. Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there. For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do have, but it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have... Yes. Yes. Everyone has their own method of coping. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies. Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now. Why not gardening? You've already got the gloves. Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
Hello again, officer. How are... Well, this might be the last snow we get. At least I hope so. Snow has nutrients in it. Helps everything green up in the spring.
Yes, think about the cute grandma, not the weird snow. Stop looking at her. Look around. What do you see? That's right. And the canal, the bookstore, the harbor gates. This is a great vantage point for keeping an eye on you.
No, of course not. I don't understand. The kid did this, right? The red-haired rat? Can't say a sentence without or kipped? He's... Maybe you shouldn't be. I mean, you do your...
You've been resting here for quite...
Yes.
I understand. Yes.
There's silence, the smallest of...
That's okay, miss. Do what you have to do. I think we're done here. Let's go.
Can I help you? Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for. How strange. I certainly didn't put them there. I think fugue states are more your forte, officer. Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene. The trash...
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent. Thank you anyway.
Yes?
Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Garancy Quebec. Please. It's not funny. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes. It's almost like music. It's almost like... It's almost... You see a heavy steel door with a prominent...
You do?
It's the winch. Outside. It's hardly a side investigation.
It's hardly worth a title.
The cobalt blue... Old cobalt. It leads to a side... The door does not budge. The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. Old cobalt paint. Rough on the fingers. It leads to a side... Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious. No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. I don't care. Or some boring storage space.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
Fine, okay, a little. So, I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though. After the animal, yes? Yes. A lot. A lot. Yes.
You see a heavy steel, the cobalt blue, old cobalt. It leads to a side. The door doesn't. The door does. He's having trouble processing it.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs? Really? You look fine to me. This psychodrama is
Clearly, he prefers to think you're malignant.
Then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call you. Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent. That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this. But you can't.
I guess you don't need glasses. That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father. It's a part of the...
Seo is a protectionist, isolationist, pan-Isolari state, West.
I can see you're disappointed.
A point of pride to him.
No. What do you mean? I have no idea.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills.
What?
We all have our different needs.
Good. Let's change the subject. What do you want to know? Maybe you can tell me. Then you are 3 days during that time. A security. They didn't. There's a strong. Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job. You mean they didn't. There's a strong. Just to be clear. Good.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. An hour would have been bad. There he is.
What are you doing? We should move.
You could definitely go for... The worker is in a deep slumber. There is only one way to awake this bone idol from his slumber. Roar.
Why the yelling, man?
Looks like a sow descent.
Wait, what? No, he will. That's the name of my... Haven't you noticed what's going on out, dude? For one, I can thank God. I don't know what you need. Thank God.
The worker.
I don't know what you're... We are... No good. Thank God, no.
The worker.
I don't know what you... Yeah. What about? You know, if someone... I can... You heard what...
The lieutenant gives you a little nod.
Indeed. Knocks you right out when you through the box.
The dock worker.